Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Broyans Farm. We're here at the hometown farmers market. It's about halfway through the day. You can see all the vendors that are set up. We are set up as well. You can see the sea of cars, and that's just one of 3 parking lots.
How much is that? Those are 12.
They just don't.
I just remember the one in front of your pop's house. I don't care what I get. $4.
Yeah, we do.
Hi.
I know they're going fast, but I know we have.
Have a great day.
We are. Red crepe tomato, yellow crepe tomato. I have large slicing tomatoes.
So here we are the next day. I just showed up at our farm market. Mom just got a delivery and our freezers are so full that she can't even get these 3 boxes in there. So I gotta run these home, get them in our freezers at home. I guess one of the workers called off because Mom had to come out here and work this morning, which is a little bit unexpected. And so there's not really much going on in here right now. This table here is where all of our berries are gonna go, which Frank is actually starting to pick right now. Jill, I don't know if she's coming today. She usually does a lot of our baked goods. And so I don't really see anything going on. Like I said, it was kind of unexpected, so my mom really doesn't have anything going on either. And then over here, it looks like they have something going on, but I have no clue what this is. I got breakfast before I go. It's a chocolate muffin with peanut butter icing and a white milk. And the best way to eat it is obviously take the wrapper off. Throw that right in a bowl. Then take your milk, dump that right over top, and let it soak it all in. Mash it up, and then you eat it. And if you didn't know, and you're somewhere in the area, we are having a car show. All the details are on here. You guys relaxing? You too, Lil? I'm back here at the farm. Dad said a couple of things were getting pretty dry, so I gotta water these. And then Dad's truck has gotta go down to the shop to get some work done to it. And then hopefully Sammy and I can get back to the field and help Frank out, finish picking berries. Right now I'm out here in our first sweet corn patch that's bordering our early cole crops and beans. And so Dad's coming through now to spray all these weeds and kill them because they're just about to start crowding out our sweet corn. But he can't do it with these rainbirds in here because the booms hang too low. And so I'm just taking these out right now and moving them just on the other side of the beans because he's only gonna spray till about this point right here. And so it's really not a big deal. All I'm doing is just going through, loosening the rainbird, and then I can take it out with my hand. But before I leave, I need to put a plug in it just so that no animals, birds, rodents, or debris go inside of there, even in a couple hours or day that this is not sitting in there. So I just got up here to the strawberry patch, got my 6 quarts. They're obviously still empty. Frank and Sammy are up here. Sammy's over there. She just got here a little bit ago. And Frank has been here for about an hour and a half, close to 2 hours. But Frank already has over 18 quarts. This is what he got so far. Now that there's 3 of us, I'm gonna walk up here and check out a little section of the field that we haven't picked yet and see if it's any better. They're not crazy good picking yet. There's a bunch that are just about to come on. They're not ready yet, they're like half red. Now this is a different variety right here. You can see all the nice red ones. They're red all the way around, which is nice. Here's a couple more. And you can just see all of the red berries in through here, which is good. That's what I was hoping for. That's beautiful. The only nice thing about not having rain is it's good for the berries. It's not good for them growing wise, but as far as them ripening and not rotting, it's great because strawberries hate laying wet and they love sunshine to ripen. And we sure have a lot of that right now. These ones tend to have a little bit of a goofier shape to them. Not all of them, obviously, but like we don't put stuff like that in. Strawberries might be a little bit smaller this year, just because of the lack of rain. But usually that means it's going to be a sweeter berry because the rain hasn't diluted the flavor out of the berry. Is that what you were thinking too, Dace? Daisy. So I just got my 12th quart finished. They're a little bit better picking than they were the first day. Then Frank picked the second day. This is basically the third day now. This is what they look like. I can't remember the variety name of these, but this is a completely different variety than what Sammy and Frank are picking. So out here is Sammy and Frank. They're beautiful. These I think are the Goleta variety, which are a lot bigger and firmer variety, and I think out of all the varieties we grow, this is the best tasting and the best picking. That's why this new patch we're planting this year, we did I think about half or 3/4 of all Goleta. Yeah, they're beautiful. Sammy, Frank, and I picked a little over 50 quarts so far. Frank now headed down to start unloading truck from market yesterday, and Sammy and I came back after we took the 50 out to the market to pick another like 25 more. That way we can get 75. I still don't think that'll get us through the day at the market, but it'll be a good amount. Sammy came up to the upper rows with me now. Like I said before, these berries aren't quite as big, but they're still beautiful and just a little bit smaller. Her row actually ends here pretty quick. Sammy, there's some here. Hold on here, I'm gonna put this in your hand. That one's no good. I got one for you.
Oh, thank you.
We got the strawberries done, taken out to the market. Frank got the truck unloaded for the most part. Then I came down and helped them. Now, Sammy and Frank moved on to washing flats from the greenhouse because it's just about over and it'll save us a job next early spring. They haven't been down here for too long and it seems like they're already making really good time. They're using the pressure washer, which is right there. How it works is Frank is running the gun. He'll wash the inside of the flat, then flip it over, wash the back side of the flat, and then Sammy will interchange it with another one, and then sets them out here to dry. And you can see how nicely she has them stacked. Kind of looks pretty cool, actually.
Your wrist is bothering me a little bit, but it's all good. You want to switch? Okay.
That's the only problem is after you hold that trigger for so long, your hand gets tired, so then you have to switch. it's not so bad doing this job on a day like today when it's like 95 degrees, because when you get a little bit wet, it actually feels good. Even though my mom watered the high tunnels yesterday for 3 hours in each one, I turned it on again today just because, again, it's so hot. That water is cooling the roots down and cooling the whole plant down, actually. And so it's just a lot better for the plant. And a little more water isn't gonna hurt, because these things now, at the size that they're at, suck a lot of water. If you're fairly new to the channel and didn't see us setting this whole thing up, this is how it works. Underneath the fabric, about 4 inches away from the tomatoes, is this drip line here, which then comes out of the ground and runs into our header line. All these are hooked into one, so there's 4 different rows. We can water them all at one time. And we usually run it around 10 to 12 PSI for about 4 hours every couple days. And that all depends how hot out it is, how dry the soil is. Sometimes we'll actually get down underneath the plant and just feel around, make sure it's not too wet, make sure it's not too dry. Tomatoes like a lot of water, but if you keep them too wet, that could harm them as well. And it's getting very important that we don't let them get dry, because they're already putting on tomatoes. And what'll happen if they get dry is, I need to find another one here. The bottom will turn like black, right where that little dead flower is, if you can see that right there. That'll like turn black and the tomato will turn bad. So it's just about the end of the day. This is the stack of baskets, flats, and carriers that Sammy and Frank got done. With it being so hot and windy, they dried off really nice already. There is some water, but that's only because of the way they're sitting. And then to finish off, Sammy washed her car. She's all happy now. So that's what we're gonna call it a wrap for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and always remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.